shot, and beautiful. Wisen.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Powersports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Jose Camarillo makes it 2.
And a gorgeous Friday afternoon. Welcome to Walla Walla Point Park and softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I'm Eric Granstrom. We'll be bringing you 2 games today for the price of 1. In fact, it's free, so just sit back and relax and enjoy. We've got the Wenatchee Panthers hosting the Moses Lake Chiefs. Normally a Big 9 matchup, but with COVID and the shortened season, it's just North Central Washington Regional softball here today. But these 2 teams have a strong history, with Moses Lake pretty dominant in that. Now the Chiefs and the Panthers come in on 4-game losing streaks, so one of those streaks is going to end here in one of these 2 doubleheaders. We'll get you the coaches, we'll get you the lineups, and we'll get you softball coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used, to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Show continues before header today between Wenatchee and Moses Lake. I'm getting a chance to do some softball on television. I love it. Greg Russ, I don't know if you like it or not, but let's talk about this season and how hard it was to get the girls pumped up when you guys were off for so long.
Well, it's always hard to get the girls going when you had that much of a layoff. Luckily, we've had girls that play summer ball teams, and so they've had a little bit of chance to play in other locations. But yeah, the season being only 6 weeks long, it's a little hard to get going. Normally we spend a couple weeks working the fundamentals and getting the movements down and stuff like that. And this time it's just been a rush from the start. So it's been a little challenge to this season.
Well, let's talk about improvements. What have you seen? I mean, you guys lost to Afraida, but that's a pretty good club the other day. Have they made improvements? Have you seen that through the progression of the season?
I have seen improvements through all the players, whether it's our JV or varsity. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of pleased with how things have been going. Yeah, it'd be nice to get maybe a few more wins in there, but they keep improving. We are quite a young team. We only have 2 seniors on the varsity right now, and that are starters. And so it takes a little bit to get them up to the level that we're looking at. So.
Moses Lake has had a dominant history over Wenatchee, a very good club coming in. What do you expect here today? Oh,
I expect their best, as always. They're a tough team and they're well coached, and they're going to give us a run for our money every time. And I hope we give them just as much run for their money as they give us. So.
Well, have some fun today. I know the girls are probably, some of them thinking about prom, I guess, so that's why we moved the game times up a little bit. But have fun, keep everybody safe.
Thanks.
You bet. Greg Russ joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk with the Moses Lake head coach coming up next on the pregame show here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
Well, the Moses Lake Chiefs are making a visit here to Walla Walla Point Park today to take on the Wenatchee Panthers. Mike Huffines is their head coach. Well, Coach, you guys are both teams coming in on a 4-game losing streak, but you guys play some pretty good teams in that stretch. What can we expect here from the Chiefs today?
Well, we obviously want to get back on the winning path. You're right. We played two really good clubs. 2 of those 4 games went extra innings. We had an opportunity to win all 4 of them. And the breaks just didn't go our way, and we didn't execute well enough and got beat. So hopefully we, have fire in our belly to be more precise, more crisp on defense, and get a couple wins today.
What has been, do you think, the key to Moses Lake's domination over Wenatchee in softball here for so many years?
Well, I'm blessed with good players. I mean, I'm not going to take credit for it. In my tenure, we've just had a lot of good players, and they're good kids. They're fun to coach. They like to compete. They obviously have a lot of softball experience, with the club scene. But we're blessed with some good talent, and they're a joy to coach. I tell them this all the time, like, they're just competitors. I mean, if they were a badminton team, they'd want to win. So, and I'd want to coach them. So that's been the most fun, really, from my perspective.
That's got to help when it's about focus and you're shut down for COVID and all of that, to have competitors like that to be able to focus in and say, okay, we've got a 6-week season, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, in particular this year, I've had a couple injuries, but, I have quite a few seniors, and they're just mature and they're poised, and they don't blink. So, obviously they're dealing with adversity with COVID and losing last season, and they're excited to be out here and competing, and they're, to their credit, they've taken on the mantra of, teaching these younger girls and leaving a legacy so that when they leave, we continue.
Well, best of luck here today. Keep everybody healthy.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Mike Huffines joining us here on the pregame show. We will take a break, come back, get to the starting lineups coming up next year on the NCWLIFE Channel.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Shalane Douglas CASA is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide Pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue, or visit online at savemart.net.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And welcome back once again here to Walla Walla Point Park. We're officially at Field 1 and ready for softball here this afternoon. First of two games between the Wenatchee Panthers and the Moses Lake Chiefs. Sydney Reese will start it off, the center fielder from the left-handed batter's box, and she'll face Ashton Mcmahon. Ashley Simmons is the catcher for Wenatchee. That's your battery. We'll get you the complete lineup, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Sydney Reese, 0-1 the count to the center fielder for Moses Lake. Chiefs with a record of 4-5 coming in. They've lost 4 straight after winning their first 5 of the season. The 0-1 pitch on the way, a little bit high for a ball. 1-1 the count to Reese. She'll be followed by Maddie Olson at third base. Taylor Hoffines at first. Larissa Martinez, the catcher. Riley Sanchez, the DP. Sierra Knowles, the shortstop. Morgan Ross, the pitcher. Jaslyn Torres, the left fielder. And this pitch swung on and hit under the glove of the first baseman, Warlagowski. And turning first and heading for second as the right fielder, Cammie Carter, had to chase after that ball in foul territory. Going to be in for a leadoff double here for the Chiefs. Rest of the lineup here for Moses Lake. Jaslyn Torres, as I mentioned, the left fielder. She'll bat 8th, batting 9th. Reagan Hoffines, the second baseman. Kendall Reffett is the flex player out in right field. So one aboard and a scoring position here for Moses Lake. Infield drawn in a little bit for the Panthers. First pitch misses high, and a look out at second base as the runner took a big lead out there. 1-0 the count to Maddie Olson. Our starting lineups brought to you by Stevens Home Group, your local expert real estate advisors. Find them on Facebook at Stevens Home Group. Get to the defense for Wenatchee here momentarily. This pitch off speed and in there for a strike, so the count evens to Olson at 1-1 strike. Hoffines up next. Martinez in the hole as we're underway for game 1 of 2 here this afternoon at Walla Walla Point Park on a gorgeous Friday afternoon. This pitch swung on, lifted into shallow left center field, going to drop in for a base hit. The runner from second holding and then move to third. Now the throw will get beyond the third baseman, and that will allow Maddie Olson to move up to second base. So she gets a single out of it. Reese goes to third on the play. Runners at second and third base brings up first baseman Taylor Hoffines, coach's daughter. Back-to-back Hoffines here. She'll look down towards her dad/coach in the third base coach's box. Steps into the right-handed batter's box to face Ashton Mcmahon. And a jam here early. This pitch is swung on, popped up foul territory, and the catcher makes a nice play. Simmons on the pop out in foul territory for the out. So one out and a crucial out there for Wenatchee. That'll bring up the catcher, Larissa Martinez. Around the field defensively, Aaron Warlagowski at first base. Jade Sandine is at second. Ava Brownlee at short. Kat Smith at third base. Out in left, Natalie Pearson. Sophia Smith is in center. Cammie Carter in right. This pitch swung on, popped up or lifted into center field as it goes all the way back and chases the center fielder back to the fence. She makes the catch and the, I believe, double play. I don't know if the runner's tagged up or not. Well, the officials are saying that they did, so a run will score. There are 2 outs, and give an RBI to Larissa Martinez on the fly out. Turns out to be a sacrifice fly out to deep center field. So 2 down. 1 in as Reese scores. Olson moves up to third, and that'll bring up Riley Sanchez. The pitch to Sanchez misses high for ball 1. 1-0 the count to the DP here for Moses Lake. The designated player, if you will. So they will bat but not play a defensive position. 1-0 the count with a runner at third. This pitch swung on a hit right back to the pitcher, but it goes off of her hands. The throw to first base on the, oh, they say they got him at first. Wow, what a play backing up by Ava Brownlee on the ball that glanced off the glove of Ashton Mcmahon. So that will go down as 1-6-3 on the putout, and that'll be the final out. So Moses Lake does get a run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 person left. We'll head to the bottom of the first. You're watching softball this afternoon here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Spring brings new beginnings, new growth, and new hope. At Pat Armstrong Ford, we work hard to make sure you find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and season. Spring means more time outside, spending quality time with friends and family, enjoying everything the new season brings. Whatever you want to do out there, we've got the vehicle to get it done.
Get your spring started right in a new Ford or Lincoln at Pat Armstrong Ford, where we are community strong.
Thanks for joining us here on a Sunsplash Friday on the NCWLIFE Channel. If you're watching us on television, of course, it's getting dark outside, but we're on a tape delay on TV today, live on Facebook, no matter where you might be. Let's take a look at the lineup here for the Wenatchee Panthers, coming in with a record of 2-5 on the season. They lost 4 straight. Batting first will be third baseman Kat Smith. Batting second, center fielder Sophia Smith. Batting third will be catcher Ashley Simmons. Batting fourth, the pitcher Ashton Mcmahon. Batting fifth, first baseman Aaron Warlegowski. Batting sixth is second baseman Jade Sandine. Batting seventh will be the DP Kylie Abel. Batting eighth will be left fielder Natalie Pearson. Batting ninth, Ava Brownlee, the shortstop, and then Cammie Carter is that flex position out in right field. So that's your lineup for the Panthers, trailing at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Megan Ross gets the start on the mound here for Moses Lake in game 1, and her first pitch is across for a taken strike. 0-1 the count here to Kat Smith. Larissa Martinez is the catcher. That's your battery, Ross and Martinez. The 0-1 pitch swung on and lifted in the air, just fouled down the third baseline, and the count goes to 0-2 here on Smith. Good idea, a little slap shot down the left field line, but just slicing foul about a foot down that left field line. So 0-2 the count on Kat Smith. Sophia Smith will be up next, and then Ashley Simmons here for Wenatchee, trailing at 1-0 to Moses Lake. This pitch swung on and slapped just past the shortstop. That'll go into left field. Trying to get down to a knee was Sierra Knoll, and I believe that'll go as an error on the shortstop as it glanced off of her glove. Was a little to her right, but probably one that she could have handled. So a runner on for Wenatchee. That'll bring up center fielder Sophia Smith. Our lineups again brought to you by Stevens Home Group, your local expert real estate advisors. Find them on Facebook at Stevens Home Group. This pitch is a strike called, and the ball goes back behind the backstop, or to the backstop, and that allows Smith to get down to second base. Swing and a foul back and out of play on the next pitch, so the count is 0-2 here on Sophia Smith with a runner in scoring position for Wenatchee. The 0-2 strike called, that was a 1-2 pitch, or 1-1 pitch. Now it's 1-2 with a strike on the outside corner. Kat Smith out at second, Sophia Smith at the plate. She swings and misses on a pitch way outside and is down swinging for the first out here for Wenatchee. That'll bring up catcher Ashley Simmons. Talking with head coach Greg Russ before the ball game, I said, okay, who do you count on to have a big bat for you? He says, well, we got several. Ashley Simmons at the plate right now, one of those. She swings and fouls the first pitch back. 0-1 the count here on Simmons. Ladies, we're eager to get started here. It's Wenatchee's prom tonight, so this pitch skips off the catcher's glove, run down to third, and throw's not going to be in time to get Kat Smith. So Wenatchee with a runner close to home here with a count 1 ball and 1 strike on Ashley Simmons. So a ball to the outfield would score a run. The pitch here is a check swing. No, the umpire says she went around, and so it's strike 2. 1-2 the count on Ashley Simmons. Simmons back in the right-handed batter's box, well up in the front of the box, and the 1-2 pitch is a little bit low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Our broadcast here brought to you by Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, customer satisfaction is #1. Stop on by today. The 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the outside. Boy, that looked a little high to Ashley Simmons, and it did to me too, but she's gone looking for a strikeout. That'll be the second out for Wenatchee. That'll bring up pitcher Ashton Mcmahon. So Ashton can help her own cause here. She can find a 2-out base hit and bring home Kat Smith from third base. First pitch to her is off speed and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count on Ashton Mcmahon. First of 2 games here today on the NCWLIFE Channel. Both teams coming in on a 4-game losing streak, so something will change in that regard here in this first game. This pitch misses well outside for a ball. 2-0 the count on Simmons. Ashley, one of only 2 seniors on this club here for Wenatchee. A swing and a miss. She was way out in front of that off-speed pitch. Good job pulling the string by Morgan Ross, and the count goes to 2-1. Around the field defensively, first baseman is Taylor Hoffines. Reagan Hoffines at second, Sierra Knoll at short, and Maddie Olson at third. This pitch swung on and grounded through for a base hit. That's going to score a run. So just exactly what Ashton McMahon wanted there. She gets an RBI single to score Kat Smith. That evens the score at 1 apiece here and keeps the inning going for Wenatchee as Aaron Morligowski will step up the first baseman. Walagorski in the right-handed batter's box here for the Panthers. And the first pitch to her is swung on and fouled back. And the count 0-1 on Walagorski. I think I said Gowski. Apologies. Walagorski. Sophomore plays first base, also pitches for the Panthers. Back in there, and this pitch swung on and ripped to left field for a base hit. Nice at-bat for Walagorski. So back-to-back 2-out singles for Wenatchee continues the inning as McMahon heads down to second base, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Jade Sandine. Our broadcast brought to you by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That's our commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives you, their clients, peace of mind. Visit their showroom today. First pitch is in for a strike to Sandine. 0-1 the count as Morgan Ross trying to find the right mixture to get the final out here. A swing and a miss on a pitch outside, and she's quickly ahead in the count at 0-2. Jade Sandine back in there. Sophomore for Wenatchee. This pitch swung on, ripped to center field. That's going to get through for a base hit. They're going to score or try to score a run. Center fielder comes up with a ball, but no throw home as it's cut off at the mound. And Wenatchee takes the lead as McMahon comes around from second to score on the RBI single by Jade Sandine. Good job on an 0-2 pitch. Lines it over the second base bag into center field. So runners at first and second now for Wenatchee, all coming with 2 outs here. And that'll bring up Kylie Abel. She is the designated player. This pitch is a little outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Kylie Abel, 7th player to come to the plate here for Wenatchee in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Evens the count to the ball and a strike for Kylie Abel. She's a junior. Another strike taken, and a count now quickly in favor of the Chiefs at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Warlagorski at second base, Sandine at first. The pitch swung on a miss, and that'll do it for Wenatchee, but they do get 2 runs on 3 hits in air, and 2 are left. We'll head to the second inning of play with Wenatchee on top of Moses Lake. 2-1. You're watching softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
If you're like me, you're already dreaming about the summer, enjoying it with friends and family in the backyard. Don't get discouraged with the chilly breeze of spring just yet. There is still work to be done, and the warmer temperatures are just around the corner. If you've been thinking about when to get your backyard ready for summer, come on down to Blue Lagoon, now scheduling pool openings. Ask us why we think you should open your pool sooner rather than later. Call today. Scheduling is filling up fast.
Two-one ball game as we head to the top of the second here at Walla Walla Point Park. Panthers fall behind on an RBI sacrifice fly by Larissa Martinez in the first by Moses Lake. Panthers come back on an RBI single by Ashton McMahon, an RBI single by Jade Sandine, and it's a 2-1 ball game as we head to the second. Sierra Knoll will lead it off here for the Chiefs. She'll be followed by Morgan Ross and Jaslyn Torres. Our broadcast brought to you by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children. Also by Doghouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line of on- and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles. Swing and a foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count to Sierra Knoll. On the mound, Ashton Mcmahon for Wenatchee, helping out her own cause with an RBI single with 2 outs. Wenatchee scoring both of its runs with 2 outs in that first inning of play, leading it here 2-1. 0-1 the count to Sierra Knoll. Swing and a foul up the third baseline again. The count now 0-2 on Knoll. Little breeze blowing here this afternoon, coming downriver, if you will, as we're not too far from the confluence of the Columbia and the Wenatchee. This pitch misses high for a ball, 1-2. Good idea by McMahon to try to get her to chase the ball out of the strike zone. 1-2 the count to Knoll. Leadoff batter here in the top of the second. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Fooled her on that pitch. And the first strikeout of the ball game for McMahon comes with the first out here in the second. That'll bring up pitcher Morgan Ross. Our broadcast also brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at the Highlander Golf Course. Reserve your next tee time or plan a party in one of their simulator rooms. Also, you don't have to be a member to dine in style. Give them a call today. So Morgan Ross standing in here as Ashton McMahon checks the wristband on her left forearm. This pitch swung on and fouled back. Evens the count to the ball and a strike to Ross. Jaslyn Torres waiting on deck here for Moses Lake as the Chiefs trail Wenatchee 1-0. Panthers come in with just 2 wins on the season, and that was against a team earlier this year that has really played well as of late. Kashmir Bulldogs have been really taking people by storm. This pitch blowing inside for a ball. 2-1 the count to Ross. They started the season against this Chiefs team. Did Wenatchee on the road, losing 12-3. A swing and a miss here, and the count goes to 2-2 strikes on Morgan Ross. Then, as I mentioned, the Panthers beat Kashmir on both ends of a doubleheader, 11-6 and 16-2. But since then, had a hard time finding the win column, falling to Eastmont, 2 games to Warden and Ephrata. This pitch misses high, so the count now runs full to Ross at 3-2. McMahon with a delivery, swing and a foul down the right field line and out of play, and the count stays at 3-2 strikes. Our broadcast also brought to you by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. First of 2 games here today on the NCWLIFE Channel. Appreciate you joining us. 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. Good eye by Ross. And that'll be the first walk of the ball game, and that comes with 1 out here in the second for Moses Lake, and that'll bring up left fielder Jaslyn Torres. So you could, I don't know if you could hear it or not, but head coach for the Chiefs, Mike Hoffines, reaches down in his pocket, pulls out a piece of paper, and gives what they want to do offensively here. The pitch is high and inside, sails over the head of the batter, and that'll allow Morgan Ross to easily go down to second base on a wild pitch. I think the Panthers were thinking of a pitch out there, but that was a pitch in that sailed over the head of Jaslyn Torres. So 1-0 the count to her with a runner in scoring position, and the pitch here misses high. And now throw down to second base. Look out, the ball skipped off of the runner out there. It doesn't go very far, however. Count 2-0 to Torres. Infield even with the bags at the corners. In fact, the middle of the infield drawn in as well. This pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1. Fast pitch, softball, anywhere in the world. It's all about being, well, I mean, fast pitch or slow pitch. It's all about being able to throw strikes. 2-1 to count to Torres. This pitch is low. The runner goes from second to third. The throw down is not in time. So a stolen base for Morgan Ross, and the count runs to 3-1 on Torres. So Chiefs golden opportunity with 1 out, a runner at third, and a 3-1 count to Jaslyn Torres. And that's a strike called. She was taken all the way there, hoping for a free pass, does not get it. So the count runs full here at 3-2. High for ball 4. So the second consecutive walk given up by McMahon will put runners on the corners for the Chiefs, and that'll bring up second baseman Reagan Hoffines. So Hoffines with a chance to do some damage here for Moses Lake. I went over to the Chiefs as they were warming up here this afternoon before the ball game, and I said, okay, that's my pickup truck out there in center field that you are seeing from the bed of the truck, the center field camera. Runner from first goes to second. No throw, no interest in that body out there as Torres will swipe the bag at second. So runners at second and third now. And a 1-0 count on Reagan Hoffines. I said, do I need to worry about anybody hitting a home run and hitting my truck? Bunt up the third baseline. Beautiful bunt. The run will score. The runner at first is safe on the plate. So it's an RBI bunt single for Hoffines. And Moses Lake has tied the game at 2-2. Now the throw gets away as they were taking a look over at third base. We're going to get an error on the situation. The umpire is going to discuss it here. I think Wenatchee thought there was a timeout on the field as the ball got away out there. They'll have a discussion as to see whether we put Janslyn Torres back at third base or not. One run will score. Morgan Ross definitely scored on that play. So give her an RBI, and she should be safe and sound at first base. Now, the discussion for our umpires. Mike Toews behind home plate, by the way, calling balls and strikes. Terry Ayton is out there on the base paths. So the question is whether or not there was a time called after the look back at third base. And then the ball got away from Wenatchee. So that's the discussion as to whether or not there was time called by either of the umpires. So they're going to say an out at second base. So they're still discussing exactly what the situation is out there on the base paths. Morgan Ross scored from third on the bunt single by Reagan Hoffines up the third baseline. The question is about Janslyn Torres, who was out there at second. Right now they're saying that she is out, and Hoffines is standing on third base right now. So the umpires will have a further discussion. This is when you wish you had a microphone down for the umpires to describe exactly what they're talking about. So they're going to say, so Hoffines is out at second, and Torres will go back to third. Okay. So there was a close play out at second base as Hoffines tried to go from first to second. We'll say 1-4 on the putout on Hoffines. That'll be the second out of the inning. And we'll head back to the top of the order for center fielder Sidney Reese for Moses Lake. Greg Hoffines, head coach, or Mike Hoffines, excuse me, for the Chiefs, trying to get further explanation on the call here by our umpiring crew. Mike Toews behind home plate. This broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Wenatchee Powersports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, and Beta sales, parts, and service. So Sydney Reese is 1 for 1 as she steps up here in the second as we're tied at 2-2. Reese had a double to start the ball game down the right field line. First pitch here misses outside for a ball. We're finally playing softball again after a few minute delay on a rules clarification. 2 down in the inning, runner at third, and the 1-0 pitch is in for a strike, and the count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ashton Mcmahon, Ashley Simmons is your battery. Pitcher catcher here for Wenatchee. Panthers brought in the infield to try to keep the run from scoring on a batted ball. Their pitch swung on and a fly ball deep to right field. The right fielder going over, looking up into the sunshine. She won't be able to get it, however. And rounding second, heading for third, in with an RBI triple will be Sydney Reese. Cammie Carter fighting the sun out there in right field, just could not find the ball, and it drops in for a clean hit. So that'll be a triple and an RBI. She was right in front of the fence out there in deep right field. So Torres will score easily, and that'll bring up Maddie Olson. First pitch to Olson, swung on and ripped deep to left and over the left fielder's head. It will take 1 hop and go over the fence. So that'll be a ground rule double and an RBI. And Moses Lake reclaims the lead. So a ground rule double by Maddie Olson on the first pitch from Ashton Mcmahon. 3 runs in the inning. It's a 4-2 lead here for Moses Lake. And they're still batting with 2 outs. First pitch here misses high for a ball to Taylor Hoffines. She popped one up foul to the catcher, Ashley Simmons, in her first at bat in the first inning. McMahon looks in, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, lifted to shallow right center. That's going to be trouble. Drops down for another base hit. Another run's going to score for the Moses Lake Chiefs. So give an RBI on the little bloop single to right center by Taylor Hoffines as Maddie Olson scores on the play. 4 runs in the inning here for Moses Lake. That makes it a 5-2 ball game. Larissa Martinez will be the 8th batter to come to the plate here for the Chiefs. Scoring in bunches here today. This pitch swung on and grounded towards the left side. Through for a base hit again. Shortstop bobbles the ball. Now the throw to third base as the runner from second goes to third. That's Hoffines in safely at third on the play. Larissa Martinez with a single just under the outstretched glove of Ava Brownlee. And on the play, Hoffines beats feet around to third base. So runners at the corners, and the 9th player to come to the plate here for Moses Lake is the DP, Riley Sanchez. She grounded back to the mound and went off of McMahon's glove to Brownlee, and then Brownlee was able to make the throw to first back in the first inning for the final out. This pitch swung or missed outside. The throw down to second base, not in time. That's going to allow the runner to come home from third. So Hoffine scores on a throw down to second. Swing and a foul down the right field line and out of play. And the count 1-1 to Riley Sanchez. Great job by Moses Lake just putting the bodies in motion out there on the base paths and making Wenatchee make the play, which they haven't been able to do right now. Pitch swung on a ground and back past the mound into center field for a base hit. That's going to score another run here for the Chiefs. So give an RBI to Riley Sanchez on a sharp single to center as Martinez beats feet around from second all the way home. 6 runs in the inning for Moses Lake. They've batted around and will continue to bat here. And that'll bring up Sierra Knoll, who started off the inning with a strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base hits in a row here for Moses Lake, including a triple, a double, and make that 4 singles. So the hidden shoes are on here for the Chiefs as they now lead it 7-2. This pitch is going to be a foul ball down the left field line. Evens the count to Knoll at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just a reminder that we'll have baseball coming up tomorrow on the NCWLIFE Channel as we'll bring you a doubleheader from Recreation Park. Wenatchee Panthers hosting the Brewster Bears. I'll be fieldside for your play-by-play. We'll be live on Facebook at 11. That'll go on television at 1 o'clock. This pitch goes all the way to the backstop. Nice hop. The throw down to second base almost in time. Ashley Simmons with a field off the backstop on a high pitch. Almost was able to make that play out to second base. But it will be a stolen base here for Riley Sanchez. And a 2-1 count to Knoll. Swing and a foul back evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Recreation Park, the site tomorrow for a doubleheader. Wenatchee and Brewster here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll be back to baseball on Tuesday as Eastmont will host Ephrata. That should be a good one. Joel Norman with your play-by-play. 4 o'clock live on Facebook, 7 o'clock on television. That's on Tuesday. This pitch is low and inside. Good stop by Simmons. And the count now full to Knoll at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we talked about Moses Lake. Over the last 8 years, the Chiefs have won 26 of 27 games against Wenatchee. This pitch is high. I thought that was ball 4, but maybe, yes, it was. Okay. So my book is correct, and that will be the 3rd walk given up here of the inning by Ashton Mcmahon. And the inning will continue. Morgan Ross now steps up. She was walked and scored the first run of the 6 here in this inning for Moses Lake. This pitch is a strike on the outside portion of the plate. 0-1 the count on Morgan Ross. Only Panthers win was a 3-2 decision at Moses Lake to begin a 4-game series last year. Well, 2019, if you will. This pitch bounces in. The runner from second goes to third. The throw's in time, but the tag is a little high. And in with a stolen base at third is Riley Sanchez. Second stolen base for her. Meanwhile, Sierra Knoll will head down to second on the play, and the count even to Ross at 1 ball and 1 strike. So again, 7-2 is our score. Moses Lake on top. Pitch misses high for ball 2, 2-1. Nobody warming up for Wenatchee. In fact, the Panthers only have 2 reserve players here today. So it's up to McMahon to try to get out of this inning. The 2-1 pitch misses high for ball 3. Jaslyn Torres, who also scored earlier this inning, hoping for another chance here. As the count is 3-1 to Morgan Ross. Pitch misses high for ball 4. So another walk issued here by McMahon. That'll load the bases up for Jaslyn Torres. And that will elicit a visit to the mound by Ashley Simmons. Aaron Warlagorski will also come over to be a part of that discussion on the mound here for the Wenatchee Panthers. Our broadcast brought to you in part by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency with full service offered at just a 2% listing fee. That's August Edge. Well, after a back and forth first, things have certainly slid in the way of Moses Lake here in the second. This pitch crosses for a strike to Jaslyn Torres, 0-1 the count. Torres walked and scored earlier this inning. This pitch misses high. 1-1 to count. Torres and Ross scored on the 2-run triple by Sidney Reese. That opened the floodgates for Moses Lake here in the second inning. 11th batter to the plate. No, 12th batter. This pitch swung on a grounded towards the shortstop. She'll throw across to first to stretch. No! 1 run scores. 2 runs are going to score. Here comes another run to scores. They'll empty the base paths on what turns out to be a throwing error on the shortstop for Wenatchee. And that will bring out Coach Greg Russ to talk to his infield here. Looked like Wenatchee was going to get out of the inning. Tough play for Ava Brownlee. Her throw over to first base was wide of Warlagorski over there. And that allowed Moses Lake to just keep on trucking. So 9 runs are in the inning. It's now a 10-2 lead for Moses Lake. So the discussion on the mound is done. Reagan Hoffines will now step in. She had a bunt single up the third baseline and turned out to be an RBI for her earlier this inning. This pitch swung on, and that's going to drop in for another base hit. That's going to score another run. So give an RBI single for the second time in the inning to Reagan Hoffines. And Moses Lake just continues to pound the softball here in this inning. Jaslyn Torres scores. (11-2). Now Moses Lake on top. And that'll bring up Sydney Reese. The runner from first goes to second. The throw goes skittering into center field. So the miscues continue for Wenatchee. Stolen base and then moved to third on the error on the catcher. For Wenatchee, that's their second error of the inning. They've got 3 in the game now. This pitch is in for a strike to Reese, and the count now even at a ball and a strike. Reese is halfway to the cycle here, and we're only in the second inning. She's got a triple and a double. Needs a home run and a single, and she's got the cycle. This pitch swung on and fouled out of play on the third base side. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. For Ashton Mcmahon, the sophomore would just love to get a final out here, one way or another. Long inning for the right-hander on the mound. This pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. So staying alive is Sydney Reese. That's the hard part about this game. You come in on a 4-game losing streak. You've had kind of some struggles this season. A lot of young players out there for Wenatchee, and hard to keep the sails full when you give up 10 runs at an inning. Swung and a rip down the right field line. That's going to be a single at least. Rounding first, heading for second. And digging now for third, going for her second triple in the inning and making it will be Sydney Reese, and give her another RBI. She's got 3 RBIs in the inning. Hoffine scores from second base, actually from third base on the play, after she got there after stealing second and an error on the throw. And that'll bring up Maddie Olson again. And another single, and another run will score. Give an RBI to Olson. Now she's 3 for 3 with a couple of singles and a double. And that'll bring up first baseman Taylor Hoffines. 13-2 is now the score. Swinging a high fly ball deep to center field, and that is going to be out of here, a home run. Oh my. And that was just about 5 feet from my pickup truck out there. Well, I talked to the girls from Moses Lake before the game started. I said, hey, who do I need to worry about hitting my truck out there? And they said, all of us. And now I believe them. 14 runs in the inning. It's a 15-2 lead for Moses Lake. Wenatchee meeting on the mound again to try to rally Ashton Mcmahon to try to help her wheel the final out here. As Larissa Martinez will step up for the second time this inning, third time in the ball game. She's got a single and a sac fly for an RBI and has scored a run. First pitch to her is low in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count. Average score over the last 8 years between these two has been 12-3 in favor of the Chiefs. Strike called on the inside corner here from McMahon. Evens the count to Martinez at 1 ball and 1 strike. Riley Sanchez waiting on deck, hoping to become the 18th player to come to the plate here in the second inning. This pitch swung on, ripped to center field. That's going to go over for another home run. Back-to-back jacks for Moses Lake, and that there was no doubt. Sophia Smith gave it a good run, but she runs into the center field fence and falls over it. And so another home run. 15 runs are now in. It's 16-2 Moses Lake. And the 18th batter will come to the plate in Riley Sanchez. And believe it or not, let's see, that triple by Sydney Reese earlier in the inning came with 1 out. The rest of, so two runs came in with 1 out. The rest of these runs have all scored with 2 outs, I believe. So 13 of the 15 runs have come with 2 outs in the inning. As Riley Sanchez steps up. Right-handed batter is 1 for 2. Pitch sails all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count to Sanchez. A lengthy top of the second, to say the least. The 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. Another cracked ball deep to center field, and this one's going to go off the glove and over the fence, and it's going to be a home run. Sophia Smith reached up as the ball was sailing high above her head, and it glances off of her glove and over the fence. So back to back to back jacks for Moses Lake. Sanchez sends it over. Hoffines, Martinez, and Sanchez all with home runs. 16 runs in the inning, 17-2 now. Moses Lake with the lead. And this will bring the 19th batter to the plate here in this second inning. And 14 of the 16 runs have all scored with 2 outs. Sierra Knoll now steps in. Shortstop. Low and inside with a pitch. 1-0 the count. Knoll struck out to start this inning about an hour ago. Walked and scored also in this inning. 1-0 pitch. High for a ball. Swing and a foul back on the 2-0 pitch. Makes it 2-1 to Sierra Knoll. Mariners in action tonight at T-Mobile Park. They'll be welcoming the Los Angeles Angels for the first of 3 games. Bad news yesterday for both Apple Sox and Mariner fans. This pitch swung on the ground and up the third base side. It's a foul ball, says the umpire, and the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's too bad because Cat Smith made the play, made the throw, they made the catch, and they looked like they got the final out. But no, instead, Sierra Knoll will head back to the batter's box with a count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marco Gonzalez, former Apple Sox and best pitcher for the Mariners, on the 10-day injured list with a strained left forearm in his pitching arm. 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 7:10 game time tonight for the Mariners at T-Mobile Park. First of 3 as they come home to wrap up the month of April. Well, the Mariners 14-12, and I think if you asked back looking at their schedule and whom they'd play in this first month, that they'd be 2 games above 500, in fact, above 500 at all by month's end. I think every Mariner fan would have said, yeah, I'll take that. Count is full now to Knoll at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And high with ball 4. So another walk given up by McMahon. And the inning will continue for Moses Lake as Morgan Ross will step back in. Morgan Ross has walked twice in this inning. She has scored twice in this inning. Five walks in the inning here for McMahon. This pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count to Ross. Let's see if Moses Lake will call the dogs off with Knoll at first base, see if she tries to steal or not. The 0-1 pitch swung on and popped up to the right side of the infield, and first baseman Aaron Worlegorski will take care of it, and the inning will finally, mercifully, come to an end, but not before Moses Lake plates 16 in the inning, and they lead 17-2. You're watching softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care, they speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Well, certainly a tall mountain for Wenatchee to climb now as they trail 17-2 after a 16-run explosion on 12 hits and 3 errors and 1 person left on the base for Moses Lake as they would bring 18, 19, 20 batters to the plate in that second frame and score 16 runs to take a 17-2 lead. Well, as they say, the only way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. So Natalie Pearson will lead it off here, the second for Wenatchee, the left fielder. She'll be followed by Ava Brownlee, the shortstop, and then Kat Smith, the third baseman. Wenatchee scored 2 in its first at-bats, a swing late and a chopped foul by Natalie Pearson, the 0-1 account on Natalie. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward attorneys, serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional service since 1946. 0-1 the count to Pearson. This pitch misses inside for a ball. You can't get them all back at once, but you can get 1 back at a time. Pitch swung on and fouled on a play on the first base side. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes on Natalie Pearson. Morgan Ross had a long time to think about things in the top half of this inning while she was on the base paths, scoring a few times for Moses Lake in the meantime. 1-2 the count to Natalie Pearson, and this pitch swung on and hit on a hop off the glove, downfield, throws in time. Nice play by Morgan Ross at first base. 1-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up shortstop Ava Brownlee. Our broadcast is also brought to you by Laura Mounter Real Estate, rated world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. First of our two games, we'll take a break, and they say about an hour between the two. I don't think we'll have that after a very lengthy top of the second. We'll see about the timing here. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Ava Brownlee. 0-1 the count. I guess the umpire says it was a foul tip into the glove of Larissa Martinez. The 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 to Brownlee. One down here in the second for Wenatchee. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits in the first, an error and left 2. Swing and a miss out in front of that pitch was Brownlee, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. After today, Wenatchee will have, let's see, swing and a miss here, and gone on strikes is Brownlee. 2 down here in the second for Wenatchee. And they'll head back to the top of the order for Kat Smith. So after today, the Panthers will be off until next week. They'll have a doubleheader at Eastmont next Friday at 4 and 6. They will host Warden in Senior Day here at the ballpark on May 11th at 4 o'clock in a single game, and then finish at Ephrata with a doubleheader on May 14th. Swing and a miss by Kat Smith on the first pitch, 0-1 the count. And the 0-1 pitch, a little slap shot up the third baseline. Goes between the legs of Coach Greg Ress, and the count 0-2 on Kat Smith. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and again a little slap look, but she'll take for a ball. Will Kat Smith, and the count to ball and 2 strikes. Chop shot right to the third baseman. Maddie Olson will field and throw cleanly, and it's a 1-2-3 frame for Wenatchee here in the second. We'll head to the top of the third. Moses Lake on top of the Panthers. Make that 17-2. You're watching softball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. 17-2 our score. That's right, 17-2 the score as we head to the top of the third inning here at Walla Walla Point Park. Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Wenatchee hosts Walla Walla in the first of 2 games. Our broadcast brought to you in part by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction, your project, your way. 20 batters came to the plate in the second if you're just tuning in for Moses Lake. They scored 16 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors, and 1 person left on. They had back-to-back-to-back home runs by Taylor Hoffines, Larissa Martinez, and Riley Sanchez. That was just the capper on what happened in that frame, as they'll bring Jaslyn Torres up here to lead it off to start the third. Swinging a ground ball right to the shortstop. A high throw over the head of Warlagorski over there by Ava Brownlee. And an E6 is going to start things off here for Wenatchee defensively. Cleanly fielded by Brownlee, but the throw just too high. So the runner aboard, and that'll bring up second baseman Reagan Hoffines. Hoffines is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a run scored. Pitch is high. A look down at first by Ashley Simmons. No throw. 1-0 the count to Hoffines. A little breezy this afternoon. At first, yesterday, they were forecasting winds to really be blowing strongly here, but not too bad so far. Throw down to first base, not in time on a pitch that was high for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Reagan Hoffines. And, of course, the throw back to the pitcher is another error for Wenatchee. That allows a runner down to second base. Little discussion at up the third baseline between our umpire, home plate umpire Mike Tews, and the head coach for Moses Lake, Mike Hoffines. 2-0 the count to Reagan Hoffines with a runner in scoring position for Moses Lake. So already 2 errors in the inning for Wenatchee. And the pitch is high for ball 3. Six errors in the ball game for Wenatchee now. This pitch low for ball 4. So if you're Greg Russ and the Wenatchee Panthers, definitely not the way you want to start off an inning after trying to shore up the ship. After giving up 16 runs in the second. Now runners aboard for the first 2 in the third, and Sydney Reese steps up. The pitch swung on, popped up in the infield, and Brownlee has this one. That's an infield fly, rule called. And runners can advance at their own peril. First out of the inning, and runners will hold, and that'll bring up Maddie Olson. That's the first time that Reese has been retired. She has 2 triples, a double, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored, and we're only in the third. This pitch is high for a ball. 1-0 the count to Maddie Olson. Our broadcast also brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are there. Specialty pick-up and drop-off available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. 1-0 pitch from McMahon is a strike, and the runners will hold even though the ball got away from the catcher momentarily. Evens the count to Olson at 1 ball and 1 strike. Overall in this series, Moses Lake leads over Wenatchee 77-42. This pitch swung on and hit hard to right field, but she can't field it. Cammie Carter missed the ball, and the ball will go under the fence after she missed it, and will be a ground rule double, I believe. So 1 run will score. Give an RBI to Olson on the ground rule double. It's our second ground rule double of the game. Reese will end up at third base. Excuse me, no, Reese was out, so Hoffines ends up at third. Torres scored. That's the 3rd time she scored here in the game. That'll bring up first baseman Taylor Hoffines, who started the barrage of home runs last inning. This pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 to Taylor. Solo home run for Taylor in the second to right field. She's 2 for 3 in the ball game. This pitch misses high for a ball. 1-1 to count to Hoffines. Moses Lake, we're talking with Coach Hoffines before the game. He's got 8 seniors on the roster here for the Chiefs. This pitch swung on and laced to right field. Right there is Carter. She'll make the catch. The runner from third will tag and score. And the runner from second will make it into third safely. So another run scores, give Hoffines a sacrifice fly and an RBI. As her sister Reagan scores. And then Maddie Olson will move to third base on the play. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up catcher Larissa Martinez. 2 more runs are in. And a swing and a fly ball to left center. Again, fighting the sunshine and can't make the catch is the center fielder, Sophia Smith. Boy, they're really having troubles with the sunshine here today, as that'll drop in for a base hit and an RBI. Olson will score. So a runner at first, and we'll get a pinch hitter. As it'll be Reffett, the flex player, will come in and hit for Riley Sanchez. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. So Reffett hitting for Sanchez. 0-1 the count to her. Swing and a foul up the third baseline. The count goes to 0-2 on Reffett. Kendall is the right fielder for Moses Lake defensively, and now being flexed in to hit in this inning. 0-2 the count. A swing and a foul on the third base side. Count stays at 0-2. Yeah, so 8 seniors on the roster for Moses Lake, only 2 for Wenatchee. Wenatchee has a smattering of sophomores too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sophomores and 3 freshmen. Swing and a drive right back to the pitcher, and McMahon fields her position nicely, and that'll end the frame. But now before Moses Lake gets 3 more runs and lead it 20-2. You're watching softball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, I didn't hear if Malcolm told me, so I guess we're back here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Sophia Smith is leading it off here for Wenatchee in the third. Ashley Simmons and Ashton McMahon also due up here for the Panthers, who trail it by a score of 20-2 now after 3 runs score in that frame for Moses Lake. Sophia Smith will readjust her gloves and get ready to go. And Morgan Ross's first pitch is in and hits her. So the Panthers get a runner aboard to start off the third inning. You take the positives where you can get them when you trail 20-2. And that'll bring up Ashley Simmons, who struck out looking back in the first. So she's 0 for 1. Looks like everybody kind of battling the sunshine here today on this sun-splashed afternoon. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Ashley. 0-1 the count. Our broadcast today brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes pride and safety in yours and takes your safety seriously, especially when you stop on by. So do so today. A pop-up to the infield, and second baseman will make the play. That's Regenhoff finds. So that's 1 out. Smith stays at first, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Ashton McMahon. McMahon with an RBI single back in the first to help out her own cause at that time. Has had certainly some challenges on the mound here for Wenatchee today. Got a chance to feel a little bit better about things with a swing and a pop-up in the infield foul territory. I think this is going to get out of play. It will, and it'll be 0-1 to count on Ashley McMahon. Or Ashton McMahon, I should say. Our broadcast also brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. 0-1 count to McMahon with a runner at first and 1 down. This pitch misses low for a ball. 1-1 now to Ashton McMahon. No scoreboard here at Walla Walla Point Park, so up to me to get things figured out with Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios in between. And when you have, you should see my score sheet here. In fact, I might take a picture of this and post it on Facebook where we're streaming live right now. It is an ugly mess. 2-1 to count. The swing and a fly ball deep to right field and back. It'll hit the fence on a hop. And McMahon close behind the runner that was in front of her, who was waiting to see where that ball was going to be caught or not, but it will be a one-out double deep to right for McMahon. That'll move Smith up to third base and will give Wenatchee runners in scoring position for the first baseman, Aaron Warligorski. Warligorski. Well, I got to get that name right before I get done here today. Warligorski steps in, takes the first pitch. Warligorski back in again, and the pitch swung on and hit hard but fouled up the third base side. Jade Sandine waiting on deck. This pitch goes all the way to the backstop. The runner from third comes home, but she will touch the base and be safe at home on a wild pitch. So a heads-up play by Sophia Smith coming home from third base on a wild pitch. Down to third goes Ashton McMahon, and the count 2-1 now to Warligorski. A strike called on the outside portion of the plate, so I guess I'm sorry, that was a 1-2 pitch, and gone looking is Warligorski for the second out for Wenatchee. That'll bring up second baseman Jade Sandine. Sandine with an 0-2 pitch drove it to center field for an RBI back in the first. Throw down to third base, and it hits McMahon in the back on the throw down there. She's safe at the bag, and she'll be smarting after that throw down by the catcher, Larissa Martinez. 1-0 the count to Sandine. As McMahon was diving back for the bag, that throw came and smacked her right on the left shoulder blade. 1-0 count to Sandine. This pitch is swung on and missed, and another throw down the third base, and they didn't get her this time. A little closer on the play, and the count even to Sandine at 1-1 strike. Again, our umpires today, Mike Toes is calling balls and strikes. Terry Eaton out there on the base paths. They'll switch it up for the second game. Swing and a miss by Sandine, and the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Well, Wenatchee one back here in the third. It's now 20-3. Swing and a fly ball to right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score another run. Sandine with a 2-out single. Good at bat for her. Behind the count and comes through with a soft single to right center. That'll score McMahon from third base. That'll bring up the DP, Kylie Abel. Junior stands in. She's 0 for 1, struck out to end the first. A swing and a foul at the plate, and the count 0-1 to her here. Thanks, by the way, to Bruce Bennett, as always, feeling us the history for the Wenatchee Panthers, our local historian and statistician on all things Wenatchee. This pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 on the count to Kylie Abel. This pitch is taken for a strike, evens the count to Abel at 2-2 strikes. By the way, since 2003, according to Bruce, Moses Lake is leading this series 42-8 since 2003. That is complete domination by one team over another. 3-2 the count to Abel. This pitch swung on and hit hard but foul up the first baseline. Count remains at 3-2 strikes. A week from tomorrow, we'll have a softball doubleheader at the Sterling Fourplex. Swing and a fly ball to right field. That is going to be caught on the run by Kendall Reffett out there. So a line out to right for the final outs, but Wenatchee does get 2 back on 2 hits. 1 person is left. We'll head to the 4th inning of play with Moses Lake on top of Wenatchee 20-4. You're watching softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
Sierra Knoll, Morgan Ross, and Jaslyn Torres due up here for Moses Lake as we head to the fourth inning of play with the Chiefs leading the Panthers by a score of 20-4. You're watching softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I almost said Big Nine softball. Normally, in normal world, no COVID, it would be Big Nine softball, but Big Nine has kind of been forgotten about this year with a truncated season, and so as a result, we have quote-unquote regional softball. As Wenatchee entertains Moses Lake in the first of two today here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Ashton Mcmahon will try to settle things down here and try to get through an inning unscathed. She's not been able to do so far. Moses Lake with a run in the first, 16 runs in the second, and 3 in the third to lead it here 20-4. Knoll in the game has walked a couple of times and struck out, so she is 0 for 1 officially and has a run scored as well. Pitch by McMahon, swung on a grounded foul up the third baseline. It's 0-2 the count now on Sierra Knoll. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Earthwise Pet. If your pet had a choice, they'd choose Earthwise. The 0-2 pitch is in a little bit high for a ball. 1-2 the count on Knoll. She struck out to start off the second inning. In fact, of the 16 runs that Moses Lake scored in that second inning, 14 came with 2 outs. Strike 3 called on the outside portion of the plate, and gone looking is Knoll for the first out here of the fourth. That'll bring up the pitcher, Morgan Ross. Excuse me, it will not bring up Morgan Ross. We will have 27 coming to the plate, and according to the roster, that's Jaden Melby. So Melby coming in to hit for Ross. A senior, one of the 8 seniors in the lineup here for the Chiefs, at least on their roster. Little cloud blotting out the sun for the time being. Be refreshing for the outfielders who've had a hard time with the sunshine here today. This pitch swung on and fouled to the plate. The count 0-1 on Melby. Seeing quite a few balls in the outfield lost in the sunshine here today. Breeze blowing pretty stiffly from left to right here this afternoon. The 0-1 pitch by McMahon is low for a ball. Softball actually got underway yesterday to start off the weekend with a Freda blanking Kashmir 10-0. Okanagan topped Chelan 20-2. As this pitch from McMahon misses outside for a ball. Brewster also blew out Liberty Bell yesterday 28-5. Two and 1 the count on Jaden Melby hitting for Morgan Ross here for Moses Lake in the fourth. It's a strike on the inside corner, evens the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aside from this one here today, we got Cascade hosting Walluk here this afternoon. Soap Lake is at Manson. Brewster's hosting Pateros. Elmira Kula Heartline visiting Lake Roosevelt. Those are all today. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And stumbling after she got aboard on the bag was Melby, but give her a base hit to right field. And that'll bring up left fielder Jaslyn Torres. At least that's who's scheduled to hit. Let's see. We do have another new number coming in, so we'll check on that for you. Yes, Lexi Cox will bat for Jaslyn Torres. Cox is a freshman. Will step in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to her misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count on Cox. One out here in the fourth. A runner aboard in a 20-4 contest with Moses Lake on top. Yes, there is a 10-run rule, but that we're a ways from getting there inning-wise. Pitch missed for a ball. 2-1 the count, or 2-0 the count on Lexi Cox. McMahon's next pitch is in there for a strike. Count runs to 2-1. Coming up tomorrow, Eastmont hosting Euphrasia in a doubleheader that starts at 11 o'clock. Chelan is at Quincy. Omak visits Okanagan. Liberty Bell at Tenasket. That's all in fast pitch softball here today and tomorrow, all around north central Washington. This pitch misses outside for a ball. 3-1 the count to Lexi Cox. We'll see if Reagan Hoffines is on deck next. Doesn't look like it. Looks like another pinch hitter will be coming to the plate, and this one I don't have on my roster. A little low on that one for ball 4, so another walk issued by McMahon. That'll put runners at first and second base. And number 10 will come to the plate here. Let me see if I've got 10 on a backup roster for Moses Lake. Ryan Hayes I have as a 10 on the C team, so a freshman coming to the plate here for Moses Lake. So I'm going to have to hope that's who that is at the plate in the right-hander batter's box. 2 on, 1 down. And a swing and a ground ball right to the third baseman. She bobbled it, and then everybody's going to be safe. Kat Smith went down and got excited about the fact that the play was going to be right next to her at the bag at third, and so an error going to be charged to the third baseman. Everybody is safe and back to the top of the order for the center fielder, but it looks like we'll have another pinch hitter, as this is 22, Annelise Hernandez. Will bat for Sydney Reese. So our third pinch hitter in the inning for Moses Lake here in the fourth. Bases jammed, nowhere to put Annelise Hernandez with 1 down in the inning. Infield drawn in here in a 20-4 contest. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. Hernandez listed as a sophomore for Moses Lake. Up with the varsity squad here today and getting a chance to bat in his first game of the Twin Bill. This is a strike as well on the outside portion of the plate. 0-2 the count to Hernandez. Looks like we'll probably have another pinch hitter coming up next here for the Chiefs, as they brought a lot of bodies to the ballpark here today. Wenatchee only with 2 reserve players available. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and a strikeout is the second out of the inning for Ashton Mcmahon. That's her second strikeout of the inning. And we have a player coming to the plate with a coat on that does not help me at all to tell you who it is. Hey, Mike, what's the number there? He didn't hear me. Oh, a coated person coming to plate. So mystery girl is up. Oh, gosh. Okay. 0-1 the count to her. And the 0-1 pitch on the way is a little bit low for a ball. 1-1 the count. So no clue who's at the plate right now, with a jacketed over the top of the jersey. And I can't hear if the coach gave a number. This pitch swung on and grounded to the second baseman. She'll tag the runner at coming between first and second. That'll be the final out of the inning. So for the first time here this afternoon, Wenatchee gets through a frame without giving the Chiefs a run. It is a 20-4 ball game. We'll come back with the bottom of the fourth next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Welcome back once again here to the Walla Walla Point Park as we're in the fourth inning of play. And we're going to have to send it back to the station here for just a moment. And we'll come back. We'll take a 60-second break and come back in the fourth inning right after this.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Welcome back once again here to Walla Walla Point Park. Sorry we had to bail out of the fourth inning there. There's one out in the fourth for Wenatchee. And the next batter will be Ava Brownlee. Natalie Pearson grounded out to the third baseman. We've got plenty of changes here defensively for Moses Lake. This is a pop-up behind home plate. It's going to get out of play. And a count 0-1 on Ava Brownlee. We have been informed that our broadcast will end after this first game. Apparently, we did not communicate with the proper folks that we needed to as far as being here to broadcast today, and so we have been asked to leave. So we will be able to finish our first broadcast, but that will be it here today. This pitch is in there for a strike, and gone looking is Ava Brownlee for the second out of the fourth, and that'll bring up third baseman Kat Smith. So, little abbreviated broadcast for us today, and our apologies to Wenatchee, Moses Lake, and anybody interested in watching the second game of the doubleheader. Unfortunately, we will not be able to bring that to you today. Two down here in the fourth, and Kat Smith comes up, and the first pitch to her misses outside. 1-0 the count to Kat. She is 0 for 2 in the game, got aboard on an error in the first and grounded out to third in the second. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and chopped off the plate, foul on the third base side, so the count is 1-2, or 1-1, that is. Our broadcast today brought to you by Wenatchee FC, North Central Washington's leader in development of youth soccer players with clubs, teams, camps, private training, and tournament playing opportunities. Scholarships are available. For information, go to WFCYouth.net. Swing and a miss there, and that'll do it here for Wenatchee in this fourth inning of play. Or no, will it? Hang on. That was just strike two. There we go. I thought I was correct in that. So our apologies to the Chelan County PUD. Even though this is Wenatchee's home field, it is not Wenatchee School District property. It is that of the Chelan County PUD. And we did not communicate properly with them about coming out here today and getting permission and such. And so as a result, we've been asked to vacate the premises. So we shall. And our sincere apologies to the Chelan County PUD. Swing and a foul down the third baseline by Kat Smith. So she stays alive. 2 down in the fourth. 20-4 is our score, as Moses Lake was finally held off the board in the top half of this inning. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and chopped towards the second baseman. Right there is she, and she will fire over to first in time for the out, and that'll do it for Wenatchee here. 1-2-3 story in the fourth. To the fifth we will go. You're watching softball today here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Heading to the top half of the fifth inning, and if things don't change, then we will have this be the final frame of our broadcast here today. 20-4 is our score. They do have a 10-run rule after 5 innings. So that is our situation here as we head to the top of the fifth. Moses Lake has been using a plethora of exchange players here. I don't mean like foreign exchange. I mean like people coming in off the bench. But it will be Taylor Hoffines to lead it off here in the fifth. Ashton Mcmahon trying to do her best to continue and finish this off for Wenatchee on the mound for the Panthers. Larissa Martinez also due up here in the fifth. We'll see if she indeed does bat, or looks like she's in the on-deck circle. Low for ball one to Hoffines. Hoffines is 2 for 3 at the plate with a single, a home run, make that 3 RBIs with a sacrifice fly as well, and has scored twice. The 2-0 pitch swung on and hit hard right past the shortstop and into left field. Left fielder has a hard time fielding it, and so into second goes Taylor Hoffines with a sharp hit single. And an error on Natalie Pearson out there, so another error for the Panthers to allow her to get to second base. That'll bring up the catcher, Larissa Martinez. So Moses Lake with a runner aboard in scoring position to start off this fifth inning. Martinez has been stellar at the plate as she rips one just foul of the third baseline. 0-1 the count to her. She's 3 for 3 in the game. Has a couple of singles, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Nice line score today for Larissa Martinez, and still batting here in the fifth. The 0-1 pitch from McMahon swung on a chop to the third baseman, knocking it down to Smith. The throw to first is in time to get her. The runner from second will move up to third on the play. So 5-3 on the putouts on Martinez. One down here in the fifth, and that'll bring up the, well, let's see. It will be the flex player, Kendall Reffett. She came in to bat for Riley Sanchez last frame. Back in the third to be the final third, or out in the third inning. So she's 0 for 1. Pitch swung on and grounded to third. The runner at third will go. The throw to first is in. No, not in time. Not in time. Smith thought she had a play at the runner at third base, Hoffines, to try to tag her out, but no, it doesn't happen. So aboard on a fielder's choice is Reffett. So runners at the corners with one down. And is this Sierra Knoll? That is the question. First pitch to her misses high and outside for a ball. It is Sierra Knoll. 1-0 the count to Knoll, who has struck out twice, walked twice, and scored a run. 1-0 the count to Knoll. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up to third, and that's going to be an easy out there for Cat Smith. So the second out recorded in the inning. No damage done so far. And this will bring up Jaden Melby. Melby came in and hit for Morgan Ross last frame and got on board on a base hit. First pitch here misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. So we will gather up our gear after this first game, and we will tuck tail and head. 1-0 pitch bounces in for a ball. 2-0 the count to Jaden Melby. Doubleheader tomorrow. We know we have permission at Recreation Park, so we will have both games in that doubleheader coming up tomorrow here on the NCWLIFE Channel. This pitch swung on and popped up in the infield, and it will be caught by the catcher. Nice job by Ashley Simmons. And that'll be it for Moses Lake here in the fifth. No runs, a hit, and a couple of left on with one error. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning. If the Panthers want to extend this game, they'll have to score a bunch. We'll come back with more here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Melby continues her warm-up tosses as we head to the bottom of the fifth here at Walla Walla Point Park. Sophia Smith, Ashley Simmons, and Ashton Mcmahon due up here for Wenatchee. And they're part of the fifth inning. A lot of work to do as they trail it 20-4. 10-run rule in effect, so if they do not score this inning, then that game will be over. And Melby pitching her second inning of relief. The pitch swung on and grounded slowly up to third, but right there is the third baseman for the play. That's Madison Olson. So 5-3 on the putouts, one out here in the fifth, brings up catcher Ashley Simmons. Pitch to Simmons, swung on and fouled on the third base side. 0-1 the count to Ashley, who is 0 for 2 in the game. She struck out looking in the first, popped up to second in the third. Wenatchee 4 runs in the ball game on 5 hits. The 0-1 pitch here is outside for a ball. Evens the count to Simmons at 1 ball and 1 strike. 8 errors in the ball game for Wenatchee, so kind of a messy line score for the Panthers. Another swing and a foul on the third base side. Ricochets off of the boarding we have at the bottom of the chain link fence, protecting fans and players here. Ricochets out in the left field. 1-1 the count to Simmons. Melby's going to have to tie her shoe before she throws the next pitch. Again, tomorrow, doubleheader action here on the NCWLIFE Channel with Brewster taking on the Wenatchee Panthers at Recreation Park. First game live at 11 o'clock on Facebook. That'll be on television at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Swing, and again a foul. The on-deck batter, Ashton Mcmahon, had to duck for cover on that one. 1-2 the count to Ashley Simmons. Melby, the second pitcher used for Moses Lake here in the contest. And the 1-2 delivery to the plate is swung on and popped up. And nice play by Maddie Olson at third. She'll make the catch for the out.
Now to bat, number 4, Ashton Mcmahon.
So 2 down here in the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Ashton Mcmahon. Well, she's had a good day at the plate. She's 2 for 2 with a single and a double and 2 runs scored. She also has an RBI in the ball game. So the senior will step in for Wenatchee. First pitch to her, swung on and ripped to right center field for a base hit. She's going to round first, and she's going to head into second and maybe even go for 3. She will, and cruise into third base on a 2-out double. Center fielder had a hard time fielding the ball out there. So 2 down and 1 aboard for Wenatchee, and that'll bring up Erin Walagorski. She's 1 for 2 today. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, foul. Just past our camera down there, and the count 0-1 on Walagorski. She singled in the first and struck out looking in the third. So 1 for 2 day for Erin. Count 0-1 to her. And the pitch. Swung on a chop towards the shortstop. Goes over her shoulder into left field for a base hit. That took a wicked hop in the infield. So give an RBI single to Walagorski. And the game continues as McMahon scores on the play. It makes it 20-5. Walagorski will go to second base on the ball that goes out to the outfield. That'll bring up Jade Sandine. Jade is 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. First pitch to her, swung on and hit in the air to left field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Extra bases, and a run's going to score. Sandine will coast into second base on a 2-out RBI double. She's 3 for 3 on the day.
Now to bat, number 6, Kylie Abel.
That makes it 20-6 now. Kylie Abel, the DP, steps up, looking for her first hit of the game. First pitch is in for a strike. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on a missed, and the count goes to 0-2. So Wenatchee down to its final out and its final strike. Trailing it 20-6. This pitch is very off speed, and ducking out of the way is Abel. A ball and 2 strikes. Natalie Pearson hoping for a chance on deck. The 1-2 pitch is strike 3 cold, and that is it for Wenatchee, and that should be the game here for game 1 of this doubleheader between the Moses Lake Chiefs and the Wenatchee Panthers. We'll take a break and come back and wrap it up right after this here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
To achieve greatness once, it's not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Introducing the next all-electric super truck, the revolutionary GMC Hummer EV SUV. Reserve one now while they last.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
Wenatchee Powersports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft, ATVs, and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles, and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Powersports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
And welcome back one more time around here to Walla Walla Point Park, where the visiting Moses Lake Chiefs took care of Wenatchee in Game 1 of this doubleheader today by a final of 20-6. 20 runs on 18 hits and 1 error for Moses Lake. 6 runs, 8 hits, and 8 errors for Wenatchee in the game. Chiefs were led by the play of Matty Olson offensively, 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored in the contest here today. Meanwhile, Sidney Reese also 3 for 3 with 3 runs and, by the way, 2 triples in the game and a double for the Chiefs offensively. Meanwhile, the win on the mound for the Chiefs goes to Megan Ross, who pitches 4 innings here today, or actually 3 innings here today, gave up 2 runs in those 3 innings of play. Meanwhile, offensively for the Wenatchee Panthers, they were led by the play of Ashton Mcmahon on the base pass. She was 3 for 3 with an RBI and 3 runs. She had 2 doubles on the day. Also, Jade Sandine came through with 3 for 3 and 3 RBIs. Each of her plate appearances came with 2 outs, and she was able to come away with 3 RBIs in the game. So Jade Sandine, nice play for the Wenatchee Panthers. Ashton McMahon will take the loss on the mound. Of course, the big inning, the huge one for Moses Lake, it was all about the second here today as they brought 20 batters to the plate. They scored 16 runs on 12 hits to put this one away and go on for the 20-4 victory. Well, that's going to wrap it up a little bit earlier than we had anticipated here today on the NCWLIFE Channel. And again, our apologies to Walla Walla Point Park and to the Chelan County PUD for our miscommunication here today, and we thoroughly apologize for that, and we'll certainly try to do better in the future. Tomorrow we'll be at Recreation Park in Wenatchee, where the Wenatchee Panthers will take on the Brewster Bears in a doubleheader. First game at 11 o'clock live on Facebook. That'll go on TV tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. For our crew here today, which includes Tucker Wagner in the van, Dan Kuntz, our line producer, also Jessica Medina on camera, along with Levi Day and Malcolm Whitehall back in the studio. I'm Eric Granstrom. Again, our final score is Moses Lake downing Wenatchee 20-6. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Shot and beautiful.
Thanks for watching high school sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Powersports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.